Question on probability. So Tom fires two torpedoes at the ship. Each torpedo independently has a 1/3 chance of hitting the ship. So the ship sinks if either torpedo hits it. What is the probability that Tom sinks the ship? So for this type of question, we can use a probability table. Let's say torpedo 1 and torpedo 2. Right, this is hit and no hit for torpedo 1, and torpedo 2 is hit and no hit as well. So what is the probability that Tom sinks the ship? So for the ship to sink, either one hit will do, right? So let's write out the probability of each first. So for this one, the probability of both hitting is 1/3 multiplied by 1/3, because they are independent, right? Independent means the probability would multiply together. So like no hits, right? If means both no, one of them hits but one of them does not hit. So is the probability is 1/3 times no hit is 2/3 for the other one, right? And for this case, it is one is hit and the other one is not hit as well, and the third one is both does not hit. So what is the probability that Tom sinks the ship? Is actually this case, and this case. When both doesn't hit, then the ship does not sink. So actually the probability that Tom sinks the ship would then be equals to 1/3 multiplied by 1/3 plus 1/3 multiplied by 2/3 plus 1/3 multiplied by 2/3, and that will give you 1/9 plus 2/9 plus 2/9. Okay, and that altogether is 5/9. Okay, that's the probability that Tom sinks the ship. Now let's say that Tom fired 2 torpedoes and later looks up to see that the ship has sunk. What's the probability that both torpedoes hit the ship? So given that, so we'll write this way. So given that the ship has sunk, what is the probability that both torpedo hits the ship? For this kind of probability, we call it the conditional probability. That means given the condition that the ship has sunk, what is the probability that torpedo hits the ship? That means we would take the probability that both torpedo hits and ship sunk over the probability that the ship sunk. Okay, and in this case, both torpedo hits and ship sunk is this case, right? 1/3 times 1/3. That's the probability of having ship sunk and both torpedo hits. This one is not, because this is only one torpedo hit, although the ship also sunk. We are talking about n. That means both must happen, right? When we say n, is that both must happen. So that's it. That means only this case for the top. And then probability the ship sunk is probability that the ship sunk is this probability 5/9. So that would become 1/9 divided by 5/9, which will give me 1/5. If the ship sunk, there's a 1/5 chance that both torpedo hits the ship. Okay, so that's it.